What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another video, a talk, a rant, a rave, a discussion about America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. Even after we drop an L, still repping the silver and blue. Silver and blue since '92 is what I always say. The Cowboys came up short in La La Land against the Rams, and we only lost by 8 points, but it felt so much worse than that because we were flat. I mean, I'm talking about Tom Brady footballs flat. I'm just kidding. Tom Brady's the GOAT. Everybody knows it. Just cracking a joke. But anyway, the Cowboys, oh, man. We did not utilize our biggest traits at all. Zeke ended up with 50 yards rushing, as opposed to, I believe, the Rams had almost 300 yards rushing because Todd Gurley and CJ freaking Anderson, who was riding the couch, 2 months ago? A month and a half ago, one of those two. Todd Gurley goes out with his injury, so they bring in CJ Anderson, and the guy did what he was supposed to do. 1 week he rushed for over 100 yards. The next week he rushed for over 100 yards. This one, I think he rushed for over 150 against us, I believe. So, man, oh man, it sucks because the Rams have a two-headed monster. They have a 1-2 punch, as Shango called it, while we just have Ezekiel Elliott. Now, we do have Rod Smith, but Rod Smith is... Yeah, I probably had more rushing yards than Rod Smith this season. But, regardless, we didn't utilize Zeke enough. Every single time we were given the ball, like in a punt or in kickoff, I kept asking my wife, I was like, where's Tavon? Where's Beasley? Why is number 27 returning? Why isn't number 10 or number 11? What's going on? Why are we doing this? Why is this who we are right now? And I just, oh man, it hurts because, like I said, we only lost by 8 points, and Dak had a pretty decent game. He had no turnovers. He had a rushing touchdown as well as a throwing touchdown, and I mean he did good. The only reason is we lost because we were too predictable. We were way too predictable. That 4th and 1 that we went for and didn't get. We went 4th and 1 a handful of times. That one that we did not get, I knew right from the get-go, I was like, we're not going to get this one. We're not going to get it because of the simple fact we are too predictable right now. And honestly, I think that sorry, some guy drove by on a bicycle, and here in Texas, somebody nods their head at you, you nod right back. Anyway, we were way one-dimensional, we were too predictable, and I just had a feeling there's no way in hell we're going to get this. And especially when Zeke runs straight into Donald and Sue. You're going to lose that fight, Zeke. I'm sorry, especially when it's those two. When you got two Hulks going up against a Gremlin, you're going to have a problem. Because those are the best two players, I should say, on that defense. And they showed the replay, and Zeke clearly, as clear as day, could have gone to the outside instead of punching it inward. He could have gone outward, and he probably would have gotten a touchdown. Who knows? But regardless, it's over. The season's over for the Dallas Cowboys. It is 1 and 2 seed versus 1 and 2 seed, AFC and NFC, and it's looking like we're going to have a damn good Super Bowl regardless of my Cowboys getting in or not. It looks like it's going to be a good Super Bowl regardless, because you got Tom Brady versus Drew Brees potentially. You have Patty Mahomes versus Jared Goff. So you got two older veteran guys versus two very young guys. And then you got a mix of the two. You can have a Tom Brady versus Jared Goff, or you can have a Patrick Mahomes versus a Drew Brees. And regardless, I think any of those turnouts is going to be good. It's going to be a good Super Bowl. I'm actually really excited about this Super Bowl, even though my Cowboys couldn't get it done again, because it's something they haven't been able to do since 95, 96, before I could even think and remember some things. That's how long the Cowboys have been doing this to me. But anyway, what I hope happens in the offseason is my wish list, I should say. I know most Cowboy fans are probably going to say the exact same thing I'm saying, and I'm probably going to say the exact same things that some of the Cowboy fans are saying. We need another running back. And I'm not saying a running back to replace Zeke. I'm not saying that at all, because Zeke that's our guy. That is our offensive guy. As long as we have Dak, who is good when it comes to getting the short yardage, but he rarely takes it down the field or takes off with his legs like I expect him to each and every week, but he does minimal of that. I want a running back that can come in for Zeke as a relief and, plays a couple of downs and then let Zeke come back in, and then when Zeke's feeling tired or whatever, just bring him in. And I think it would be an awesome thing to get the running back from Texas A&M. I think that would be awesome. Williams, I think is his name. I can't remember. It's eating me alive right now because I can't remember. But the running back from Texas A&M broke a Texas A&M rushing record and broke, I think, a rushing touchdown record at A&M. And if you can get him in the second or even the third round, cool, go for it, awesome. Because we have no first-round pick because we got Amari Cooper, which is still, I think, was a good buy for us. I'd like a running back. I'd like another wide receiver for depth, because it shows that when Beasley is not 100%, which Beasley might be gone, unfortunately. I wish we could keep Beasley. Beasley is absolutely one of my favorite players, and it's my wife's favorite Dallas Cowboy. So when Beasley and, let's say, Tavon Austin are not doing so good, that leaves Amari Cooper, which is our number one guy, and Allen Hurns, which is going to be great going forward. I have a good feeling that he's going to be great going forward because of the way that he showed up in these playoffs. And so when those two are the only ones that you can fall back on, because Noah Brown was kind of a bum this year, and then you have Lance Lenoir, which was pretty much used just for returns. And so that when you have only two good wide receivers when they're healthy, and we're going to potentially lose two other wide receivers, being Beasley and Austin, I believe was only a 1-year deal because we got him in a trade from the Rams. So we need a wide receiver. If we can get a wide receiver from, I don't know, the second round, third round, even a fourth round wide receiver would be great for this Dallas Cowboys football club. And I think just depth, just on the defense, because it's looking like that Sean Lee might potentially be out the door, which is very sad because he gave us some great years, and if he could have stayed healthy, that guy probably would have been a Ring of Honor, even a Hall of Famer, but the guy can't stay healthy to save his life. So he's going to be gone, more than likely. And it's been confirmed that no coaching staff positions are going to be changed. This morning I was thinking at least, okay, we can keep Garrett, that's fine. But if we can get rid of Linehan and if Marinelli retires, then I think we're going to be okay. Because Chris Richard, our defensive line coach, almost became the head coach for the Miami Dolphins. But they decided to go elsewhere, and it's looking like they're going to wait till the playoffs are over to sign their coach because they still have an opening. And it's looking like they want an offensive guy because defensive guys rarely work out or become head coaches. They do, but not all the time. So, unfortunately, it looks like our coaching staff is going to stay the same. People have been saying all season long that was going to happen. It was anticipated. At least I wanted Linehan or somebody calling the plays to be out the door, and we get a fresh coat of paint on that Cadillac that is Ezekiel Elliott and the play calling for the offense. And I mean, just depth. We might need to get a new kicker, but the kickers are they're basket cases right now because all these missed field goals. Like even Vinatieri in the playoffs missed both of his kicks, which one of them was the first extra point that he ever missed his entire career. But it's just very minimal things that need to be fixed on this team. Potentially also a veteran quarterback to come in under Dak Prescott and to show him the rope, like not show him the ropes, but like just kind of like be like his mentor. And there's a few out there. There's Joe Flacco, there's Ryan Tannehill, there's a handful of veteran quarterbacks out there. Nick Foles, but I'd love to get Nick Foles because obviously if we can get Nick Foles in there and he eventually becomes the starter, that's a lot of stuff that he has on the Philadelphia Eagles. However, that's a pipe dream. I mean, I'd like Nick Foles. I really would. And also, he can't wear the number 9 for obvious reasons. But we have a little bit of money. I believe this is the last year of the Tony Romo contract that we owed him money. So now that's a done deal. So hopefully that'll clear up some space. And okay, so a veteran running back, a backup running back, maybe youngling, or maybe even like a second, third year running back that didn't get re-signed from another team. Different, I wouldn't say different, I would say more wide receivers that are going to help produce. And Antonio Brown's out there, but my God, I think they said they wanted nothing less than a second-round pick, potentially. And we don't have a first-round pick to give them unless they want next year's. So that's what the Cowboys are going to do. They're going to get rid of this year's first-round pick and next year's first-round pick to get 2 wide receivers. Antonio Brown's 30 years old, and he's a diva, so we don't want another Terrell Owens or a Dez Bryant situation. So that's probably not going to happen, and I'm okay with that. But it would just be kind of cool to have AB, number 84, out there. Tight end, definitely need more depth at tight end. I want us to go out there and get maybe a 4th or 5th year tight end that, once again, a team let go of and didn't re-sign, and that way we can just like grab him. Because Jarwin showed spurts of excellence. Swaim has an M at the end of his name, showed a little bit, and then he got hurt, so that sucked. And we got Dalton Schultz, which he's still up in the air, in my opinion. So bringing in another tight end would be great. And just depth on the defense, linebacker core, getting the defensive tackles in there, getting new defensive tackles in there would bode so well for us because we need our Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald. We need those guys in the middle. We have the outsides hopefully taken care of with Lawrence and Gregory. I don't know about him. He's nuts. But our linebacking core could use a little bit of depth. It got younger because we had Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch. So maybe we can get another guy, like probably like in like the later rounds, to be kind of like the middleman, to be like the guy that comes in like every third play or so and just does his thing. I don't know. Potentially a new kicker also is what I said. And honestly, we probably need a little bit of help at safety and cornerback because we have young guys, we have young studs, but I think they're too young. You know, that's a problem. They're too young. I know that Jones just made his first Pro Bowl, but if we can get, again, an older guy out there just being like, okay, guys, this is what we're going to do, that would be cool. But, again, this is just my wish list. It doesn't mean it's all going to come true. And looking forward to the Combine. I'll be paying attention to that as much as I can, hopefully. And, again, Chris and I doing our pick-em for the Super Bowl potential matchup between these four teams. And I mean, obviously I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to be doing these Cowboy videos during the off season. I'm going to be doing what I can for the channel for the Dallas Cowboys. And guys, if you could please subscribe to the channel. I know I do this shit at the end when I'm supposed to be doing this stuff at the beginning, but please subscribe to become a Piglet if you haven't already. I think I'm 5 away from reaching one of my goals of 2,800. And also, if you guys can turn that bell notification on, that way you get notified every single time I upload one of these videos, as well as Chris and I's pick'em, a Toronto Huskies playthrough, which I'm getting back to very, 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 very soon. Very soon. And food reviews, which I hopefully am also getting back to very, very, very soon. So, this channel is going to be filled with content, so please subscribe if you feel like it is necessary to. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. I know I rambled for 16 and a half minutes about this, but it's just something that I had to get off my chest, just something I had to say. Congratulations to the LA Rams. Congratulations to the other 3 teams that made it. Thank you, Saints, for beating the Eagles, because if the Eagles made the playoffs and or made the conference championship and we did not, and they held up their end of the bargain and we didn't, I would have been very, very upset. But thank you for beating the Eagles. Rams, congratulations. Kansas City and New England is probably going to be the most interesting matchup for this week. So we'll just have to wait and see. All right, guys, thank you so much once again for dropping by. And always remember, my little piglets, call them pork chop. Loves y'all the most. So y'all take it easy, guys. And I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys. And even if we lose, how about them Cowboys?